So, happy Monday afternoon. How did we get here? Monday already, how exciting. It's Marie here from Messy M Creations and we need to get thinking about Christmas. It's not far away. And if you're anything like me and you've got a million cards to make, well, not quite a million, that's a slight exaggeration, I need to get started early, so I thought I'd start playing. So, hi Jeanette. Hope you are well. On this, the sun's come out for me as I'm talking about Christmas, so that's a bit exciting. Oh, I know what I didn't sort out that I was going to. Anyway, we'll worry about that in a little while. So, I am going to play today... Sorry, reach round and try and knock everything over. Snowman Season, which is a fabulous snowman set with a punch. So the first thing I'm going to do is just quickly run through setting up your punch to cut out all these bits. And then we can play at making snowmen. So there's a few different stamps in the set, so we're going to play, and as you can see I've done a little pre-preparation with this. Actually, do you know, the one thing I'm going to do is put my glasses on first so I can see what I'm doing, because this will tell me what the ribbon is, but I can't. So this is metallic mesh ribbon and it's gorgeous, so we're going to play with that. And we have some of the new Snowflake Splendor papers, which are beautiful on both sides, but I just absolutely loved this kind of splodgy paper. So I've already used the embossing folder Bricks and Mortar on that one to emboss that, and we've also got some new brushed metal papers, so I have used 2 of those. They're coming out in August in copper, bronze and gold. So I've pre-embossed one of those with the Bricks and Mortar and one with the something written. See, it's Monday, forgotten what it's called. I had it all in my brain, and Scripty 3D is what that one's called. So done a bit of pre-preparation with that, and I have also cut out some of the shapes from the Christmas layers dies. So as you can see from this card, I used the snowflakes behind, so that's one set, so that somehow, there we go, that coordinates, so that cuts out that set. And then the one I have spare for use today, should it become necessary, is this one here. But I'm just going to play, you know what happens, I start playing and then other things come into my head and then it goes all over the place, so we will see what occurs. So that was a few pre-prepped bit. This mesh ribbon is beautiful. I've also got some of my colours available. But most importantly, when we have these stamps, what I need is a scrap piece of paper. Let's just, that's quite, oh no, there we go. Let's just use this one. So these stamp the snowman, the hat, his little nose and his arms. So in the ideal world, we stamp those in such a way that we put them into the cutter. Hi Kim! And cut just once, because that makes our lives a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is use all my strength. Oh, I've got bits flying everywhere now. These are just blank bits. But I will put them to one side because I will try and stamp on them, probably do it slightly inaccurately. So as you can see, I've already been playing with this, so it is already set up. But in order to... Oh, actually, I've done it the other way around, so that's fine. We can show it again. So if I want to stamp all my images once and then be able to cut them out easily, first we cut out on a scrap piece of paper, then we line up all our little bits. Now, because this is a photopolymer, they are a little bit self-adhesive, so remembering to put them face side down. I'm live.
Okay.
Sorry, my husband always decides to come home. I thought, oh, I'll quickly get it in before he comes home. He's come home halfway through, but at least he's listens to me. So I'm lining all those little bits up there. And oops, I don't see, this is the problem. My photopolymers are all hi Ali. Oh look, everybody's thinking of Christmas. You're just so excited by the prospect of Christmas. So I'll try lining those up again. So they do tend to stick to each other a little bit. So essentially I've stamped it out so that we know where it's going to stamp, and then with the Stamperatus I've now lined up all those bits, and if the world is going to be kind to me, and if I could find my memento, there it is, what we can then do is ink up all those bits on the Stamperatus. Then when we fold over to stamp those, that's stamped all those images apart from his little orange nose, because there isn't a little orange nose. Oh, I don't think there probably is a little orange nose. And why am I saying orange? Because it's not even orange. It's not a colour. No, there isn't a separate nose. We're okay. So essentially it's going to cut a little nose, which we're going to need to keep our eye on where that goes. So, oh yeah, love it when a plan comes together. So in essence, what I can now do is line up my punch slightly out on the snowman for some reason, and when I punch through, all my little bits fly everywhere, but I have a little snowman, a little hat, 2 arms, and if I can pick it up, I get a little nose, which, so that I don't lose it again, I am going to colour that in with a bit of dark pumpkin pie, because otherwise I'm going to lose it again. So there we go, that's our little snowman all punched out. So actually, while I've got my colouring inks out, so I'm going, traditionally, it's quite fine, so I'm going to just colour those little holly berries, and so I've got real red for that. I've got my old olive for the leaves, just because that's what I've was at hand, and I might go, oh actually I might do a little blue band. Where's my misty moonlight? Misty moonlight. Let's do dark. Oh, that's dark night of navy. Hold on, I've got a dark misty moonlight somewhere. Dark misty moonlight. Oh, it's hard to get off, is it? I'm just going to use that on the little band. Actually, I might. Oh, don't use the thick end, Marie. You'll be all over the place. What colour I picked up there? Oh, that's light night of navy. I might actually, because I'm seeing something I might do. No, I'm not. I might do his hat. I'm going to do his hat in cinnamon cider. That's a bit traditional, isn't it? But yeah, nothing wrong with a bit of tradition. It is Christmas. Don't worry, through July it's only one day a week I'm doing Christmas. I'm not gonna give you Christmas forever. Actually, I don't need his nose because he's got. Why have I got a little nose? Don't need it because he's actually got a little nose. So I'm going to do that in pumpkin pie. Although I'm still going to keep that little nose because that might be useful for something else. We'll put that to one side. I am going to just add a little bit of light smoky slate where this shading is. I think I need to invest in a paler. Oh, actually, Sahara sand might be quite a good one. I haven't got that. And I'm just doing a little bit of texture around that. Ed on his little cheeks. I might add, just because I've got my pens handy, a little bit of red on where I know he's going to have a little red smile. I don't know why he's a he either. Not being sexist, promise. So I'm just going to pop those to one side. But that just shows you very quickly you could then set up your Stamperatus and then your punch is really getting used to its maximum ability. Maximum, whatever the word is. Anyway, somewhere. So what I'm thinking is you've got this gorgeous paper. I'm seeing kind of sky and snow and all that on there. I'm just thinking he would be quite cute just directly onto that paper with his little arms and his little hat and all coloured in. Although we could let's pop that on. Let's go crazy. So I cut out, actually, do you know what I might do on this one? I might go, how about going a night of navy? I do absolutely adore navy at Christmas. That navy and silver on that. And then my little snowman. And then I need a greeting as well, don't I? So some of my stamps have fallen over. So let's just pop little Merry Christmas across there, but I think it would need to be on a banner. Which might need to. Actually, let's just do a straight cut banner. I'm going to ink that in Night of Navy. Oh, actually no, I'm going to ink it in Misty Moonlight on a bit of. So, how's everybody's Monday been? It's sunny where I am now, but I did go back to my proper job today, so I had to do a few hours this morning, which was a bit of a shock to the system, to be fair. It was the whole getting up thing that was a shock to the system more than anything. Clearly, slightly enjoyed my furlough time too much. My body was like, you don't normally get up at this time. What you doing? See, I just think there's something very nice, although you know what we're going to do. Working but okay. Yeah, but, you know, work's a necessary evil, isn't it? How else are we going to buy craft supplies? But yeah, no, mine was good, thank you. It was, I think think what I might do is just literally do a straight cut and pop that across. So let's just measure. So that oh look, they are clever. 2 centimeters by 9. Couldn't have done that if I tried. So I'm going to cut this piece 2.5 by 9.5 to just give me a little bit of a outside. So oh. So I'm just going to pop that straight onto there. So I've corner cut one side, and just a simple banner across the top with my little snowman. Now, do we need anything else? I feel like he needs something to ground him, but I'm not sure. Could just put a little. Otherwise, maybe what's the matter with the floaty snowman? Let's try that. What I need to work out, of course, is how I'm going to glue that. Actually, I know what we'll do. So, because this is in an embossed paper, I am going to use wet glue. Oh, hi, Carol. Well, you've got to start thinking about it, haven't you? It's not like we don't know when it's coming. It's not a shock. And I do have to make quite a few, so I do like to get a little bit organised. But I'm not, it's not going to be every day. It's just going to be Monday Madness for July. Just to like, it's classy. So this mesh silver, just going to lay across. Now what I'm going to do is rely on the things that I'm sticking to stick that, because I think it would be a shame. It's clearly too fine to actually glue it itself. Let's put it down a little bit. So I'm going to cut that afterwards. But what I'm thinking is that banner goes across there. Again, I've used wet glue because of the embossing, but then that will fix that ribbon there. Now what I might do is little snowman's arms, I am going to attach to the back of him prior to sticking it down, purely because otherwise they'll kind of be on the outside. I want to make it look like they're kind of, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of, oops, well not at all, it's not going to behave. A little bit of tape to stick those little arms down, then they look like they're coming out of his body rather than not. I prefer them when they're tucked in personally, but I might do another card and do it the other way around. But you know, if you prefer to have them on the outside, that's absolutely fine. So again, actually I might just put a little spot of wet glue on each hand. And then where I place him, that wet glue will also help us adhere that beautiful mesh ribbon as well. And then I think his little hat will just be at a jaunty little angle. Oh, maybe over one little eye. So again, that wet glue will just help bond that all down. I'm going to pop that just there. So just hold that down a little bit, just to make sure that glue bonds. But yeah, these papers are just beautiful. So they're Snowflake Splendor. So one side is kind of more snowflakey, the other side is a little bit more grungy, for want of a better word. So Snowman Season is available in the Autumn Winter catalogue. The desk is already in a state and I've lost my scissors. What have I done with them? Oh, it's always something, isn't there? Okay, we'll get another pair out. We'll find the other pair at some point. I'm looking at my desk because otherwise you'll all be going, it's right in front of you, Marie. So, turning the card over, and just cutting that ribbon. So again, we're going to need to hold that. Oh, it's beautifully fine. It is literally a mesh. It's beautifully fine. Just great to, just adds a little bit of bling to proceedings. And do you know what else I might add? Don't worry, that isn't rainbow glimmer paper coming out, although I did just have a thought about rainbow glimmer paper, clearly, as I've just mentioned it. But I bet I reckon some snowflakes would look great, but I'm not going to do that right now, but that's another thought, isn't it? But what I did cut out earlier was some of the individual snowflakes from, we lost that now as well. Oh, it's probably under me. No. Whenever I've got the Stamperatus out, I always put something underneath it. What have I done with that? So, oh, there it is. So I wonder I'll get anything done, isn't it? So, yeah, so in the Christmas layers that are also in the current full annual catalogue, there is some individual snowflakes. So I cut those out in silver. And I used a bit of the sticky sheet. So essentially that makes life a lot easier for us, because you adhere the sheet to your card prior to cutting it, and then if I can get these little bits off, which are deciding to be slightly stubborn. Which are now stuck all over my fingers. But anyway, what I've done is peeled the backing sheet off and got bits all over my fingers. So then these little snowflakes will just, they become self-adhesive. So I had the pack out earlier because I was using them. There we go. So yeah, they are called adhesive sheets. It says supervised small children. I use them completely unsupervised. I'm having an adult day, believe it or not. So, yeah, obviously if you have younger children, but essentially it just makes life a lot easier, because all you have to do is take the backing off, so you can use it with anything. But I just think adding a couple of little snowflakes on here is just rather cute. And as I say, if you cut those out without adhesive sheets, you'll be there forever trying to glue them You just need the tiniest bit of glue, and frankly life is too short. So it's just remembering that when you've taken the backing off already, of course those little bits are sticky. So once again, sticking all over my fingers. So I'll just try and get those off my fingers. There we go. Oh no, didn't quite. Anyway, I won't be finding glittery bits everywhere. I'll be finding... I might put one of those so it goes slightly over the greeting. Oh, that's quite nice. So yeah, there's a few little snowflake details attached. To say, I used the silver foil paper for that. Oh look, we've got a little bit. It's mind the bits don't get stuck to your card. There we go. Let's get that one out of the way. That's why it needs. That's why children need supervision, obviously. Yeah. So that's all rather sweet. So there we go. Now I made 2 Christmas cards. I did the one yesterday and that one. So then we have what I'll probably do, because I rather like this. I love the brick, but oh, it's so much easier, Kim. It's just mind-blowingly easier. What I'm thinking is it's a shame to kind of cover all of that brick up. But we've got these lovely little fun... I might use this one. So there's 2. You've kind of got a... This one's got a little tree and all sorts. So you could choose to ink it in a shade of grey or blue or whatever you preferred. But yeah, so we have a full kind of snowman there with a little hat and scarf, and we also have this snowman kind of juggling snow, as it looks like to me. But well, this one looks like he's juggling snow as well. They're happy. We like happy snowmen, don't we? Oh, I know what I could have. I wonder how that would work to ground this little fella. Sometimes I think it looks a bit odd when they're floating, but what we can do... Sorry, I just had a thought. The set comes with this little kind of... I don't really even know what they're supposed to be. Little... Just thinking I could add... So there's like a little snowflake, and they look a bit like rocks and things. So I'm just going to pop a few of those around. So it just looks like he's on the ground. I've done that in Misty Moonlight because that's the sort of colour that I've stuck with on the card. But we could have done a more ground-like colour or a more snowy colour. That just helps ground them a little bit. That's just, I'm a little bit happier with that one now. You can choose to do that or not to do that, and of course in doing that I've got a bit of... Oh, I've got mementos somewhere. I've smudged the... I might just, because I'm going to show more of the brick off, I'm going to cut that little bit off where I've smudged. That's how we sort out little areas like that. We either put an embellishment on or we chop it off. I'm chopping it off this time. So that's, don't know how I managed that, but that will then just show a little bit more of that brick off. So again, ideal opportunity to get your inks out, whatever colours you've got. If you don't have any separate blends or Stampin' markers, you could use any of your inks with a watercolour pen, paintbrush. So just transferring it, I'm just putting a little bit of shadow there. Might just, I did that with Seaside Spray, but I might use, but yeah, any ink that you, any pens that you have, you can use. Doesn't have to be any particular one. I do like a bit of red at Christmas, so I'm going to put a little red stripe on his. Being very sexist today, aren't I? I've made this one a boy too. I know it's a snowman, but a little bit of pumpkin pie for his little nose. That tradition is a carrot, so that just seems right to me. Well, don't forget, if you haven't voted for your colour for One Sheet Wonder on Wednesday, then just pop back in the post and place your vote. We are currently have oranges, which is quite cool actually, because that gives me a good combination of colours in those kind of orange. And I might even go Cajun Craze as an orange as well, because I think that would be quite a nice colour to have. I am going to, so I don't know what colours I've got in front of me. Dark, oh, where's my light balmy blue? Oh no, let's do Seaside Spray. I'm going to colour his hat and scarf. See, I think for Christmas, Seaside Spray, balmy blue and navy. Lovely colours. Bit of Highland Heather. I know traditionally you go kind of greens, reds and that sort of thing, but I'm going to stamp that in my memento. We rarely get snow at Christmas, do we? But let's go let it snow. Now, of course, in an ideal world, I would have snowflakes in this same colour, but I don't. But what I did have out, which I've lost, ooh. Ooh. Oh, I'm going to make that a little bit narrower, and then I'm going to put one of those square doilies on. I shouldn't leave things on my desk, should I? Because they go, ooh. There's one thing in my head when I start, and then something completely different happens in the process. So you never quite know what you're going to get, do you? So I think we might edge it, but that's rather sweet underneath, isn't it? Using one of those square doilies. Now, which way around to do it? I'll just go straight on like that. Now, I do think oh, that new snowflake one. It's just, yeah, I'm with you, Kim. I'm with you all the way. Oh no, that's not, we've not got quite the right colours, have we? I can see these. Yes, no, look. Oh. Oh, it's like it's almost Christmas. I feel the need to edge this, but I'm not sure what colour to use. I might use, just want it to stand out a little bit, so I'm going to corner cut it. But what I'm partly thinking, oops, Daisy, didn't cut that one very well. Just going to round all the corners. Oh no, I'm going to leave one square. Normally do one corner and leave them all square, but I'm wondering, I want something that's going to complement that. What I'm thinking is maybe a bit of cinnamon cider. I know we've got it nowhere else on the card. Haven't really got anything that goes. Just want something to make it pop a little bit. I'm gonna go with cinnamon cider. It's an experiment. But I just want it to pop a little bit, but kind of stick to those more metallic tones. So, sorry, I can't did that off camera there and all my excitement. So it just, yeah, just helps it pop that little bit. So we've got that lovely vellum doily underneath, and actually, to make that connect, what I could do is I'm going to do it. I had a white card base in front of me a minute ago. I'm going to do it on a cinnamon cider background to connect that. Because I'm rather liking cinnamon cider. So when I find myself a card base, what I'm thinking is that and that and that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So just cut a smidge off this. So cinnamon cider background, then with that foil brick layer. As I say, this is the one of the new brushed metallic. That's rather nice, isn't it? Have we got anything else we can? Oh yeah, no, I was going to throw. Look, these ones have almost a. Oh, look, those have got that bronzy. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Right, okay. Let's get this stuck together. So again, because this, honestly, you should see the state of my desk. Well, actually, you can see most of my desk is. Oh God, it's all going on. So exciting. But yes, in previous years, I have been an absolute nightmare, and then rushing to do Christmas, and it just means making Christmas cards is not so pleasurable. So it's quite exciting that I'm getting myself this organised. Yeah, and I like to do those more non-traditional. Wasn't expecting to go cinnamon cider this afternoon, but rather liking it. Love these square doilies. So again, I'm using wet glue and I'm relying on the glue to stick that doily down, which of course has gone on a slight wonk. Actually, I might just add a little bit more glue on that centre bit. So the wet glue just gives us a little bit of wriggle room. So the little snowman set is available now, and those Christmas layers. This new brushed metallic is in the new catalogue that will be available to you for August. So if anybody wants a copy, just let me know. If you are watching on replay as well, let me know that you've caught up with me on replay. And oh, hi Jenny, when did you sneak in? You snuck in quietly there. See these have, these are just gorgeous. So these are part of the snowflake suite. So you have these that are much more kind of more icy blue, but those have got that lovely coppery. Oh, so exciting. Anyway, there we go. We've got excited about Christmas in July and got in a right old pickle while we've been at it. So I'll just quickly remind you what I've managed to. I won't go into the mess that I've managed to make too much, but trust me, as per usual. So on today's live, I'm going to stick that to a white card base, but I can't currently find it. So rather than spend my time with you looking for a white card base, that's going to go onto a white card base. We've used this lovely mesh ribbon on the back there. We ran through using the Stamperatus to create that template for your punch, to punch out this snowman, and then this one is obviously just a stamp on its own, and that cinnamon cider and the brushed metal. So those are the two that I've done today, and then the one that I did the other day I was using Night of Navy and Merry Merlot and the Christmas cut dies. So the Christmas layer dies create these snowflakes and also that pattern, and it also does that pattern as well. So there we go, bit of Christmas in July. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully you have enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you later in the week. So take care everybody, and thank you very much.